Have a great game. Good night, everyone.
Welcome back. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brian Kozo, and I'm joined here by Chris Braze. And Chris, tell us what we have in front of us right now.
What we have in front of us right now, Brian, is going to be a great game of handball, I believe. This is a rematch of the 2024 Men's National Championship from just about 6-7 weeks ago in Spokane, Washington. This season, Cal Eagles are the only team in the United States who has beaten this New York team, and they've beaten them every single time they've played them, including the opener of this tournament where they had a dominant performance against New York. And New York got off to a very slow start in that game. Going to have to do better in this one. Andrew Donlin, in particular, had a dominant start for the Cal Eagles. They're going to have to find a way to slow him down. And I'll tell you early on, one of the things that I'm going to look at is I think a guy who we talked about yesterday after his red card, John Vavenfalk, I think he's going to be a big factor in this one.
He has to be.
He's the biggest body. And the biggest body on the New York team has to be big defensively, if anything, in this one. And we talked, and a guy I talked about a lot with you, and we made sure you got his name right, is my guy Stonewall Jackson Justiniano. I think he's going to have to be huge. This is going to have to be his game. Yes. On the other side, for Cal Eagles, Kroger, the goalkeeper, rested in the last game. Donlin is fresh, played very little in that game. A few other players were able to take a rest as they were really good against Kraken. And they'll start with the ball, and New York is going to have to set the tone on the defensive end, I think, with this first possession.
Yes, you mentioned quite a lot there. John Vavenfalk has been playing pivot played pivot a lot in the third game until his red card. Simon Hebert, number 17 from New York City, seems to have a bit of a knee injury. Not sure if he can go, but he might try to.
He seemed to not be able to go yesterday in the third place game. Did not see a single minute. So I think we'll see a lot of Big John in the middle, mixing it up with Drew Donlin, who that's the guy they need to contain because he got Cal Eagles off on a really good start.
And what has been told to me from not just people on site here, but people back in Sweden, is that John Vavenfalk has been in some big handball games in his life, and this is a big one.
He has played very high-level games in Sweden. New to the New York City team, recently moved to the city, so we'll see. It's a good opportunity for him to step up for his new team.
Bouchet Oleosen here at center back, number 20. Skip pass over to the wing. That is number 6, Felix Kuss. Over the right back, that's Maxime Bouchet. Foul there made by, I believe that's Bambo Drambe, number 10 for New York City. Passive play is up for California Eagles in light blue right now. Limited number of passes here.
And I said the New York has to set the tone. A passive play is a good start.
Bodies everywhere on the ground there from that attack from Boucher. And a yellow card.
Oh, he went in hard and he was met hard.
To Mr. Janevok.
Yeah.
Vavenfalk. You would think I'd be able to pronounce a Swedish name.
I'm having a lot of trouble with it. The KV's got me off.
But you think I would be able to, But hey, it's been a long week. Oleosen now in the middle, met by Togba on the ground. I think we're going to give a 2 minutes to Togba.
And this is another thing that New York City got in trouble with in the first match. Taking some early 2-minute penalties. In the first game, it was Bambo Drame. Here, Togba Abubakar, a little bit overzealous on the loose ball. A tough call. Aggressive play, got him in the wrong spot.
This is your first game of handball. 2-minute penalty means that the team with the offending player has to play down a player for the next 2 minutes. Is this going to be an early yellow card given to Bambo Drame there as well? All sorts of disciplinary issues already for New York City. Oleosen skip pass to the wing, and that's 1-0, Luca Engler.
And now here New York City's got to take some time off this clock and kill off this 2-minute penalty here.
Yeah. New York City not prone to pull their goalkeeper in situations. They will play offensively down a player.
And we've seen, as we've said previously throughout this tournament, half the teams, being Kraken in New York, do not pull the goalie. The other half do.
Bambo Drame in the middle. Looking for Von der Valk. He gets it. He pulls it. He turns. He fires. He earns the 7-meter penalty throw. Looks like his hands are off to a good start today.
Yeah, he got off to a really slow start in the first game, too. Had a couple balls bounce off his hands, was a little out of sorts, but he's really grown into this tournament.
Goalkeeper switcher for Cal Eagles, Martin Hidalgo coming in. Erwin Malky finishing.
And with Toga Abubakar serving the 2-minute, Malky comes in to take the 7-meter and calmly finishes it.
Yes. As the coach from New York City tells Malky aggressively to put your hands up, play defense. Bad pass there off the knee of Bouchette, and it's out for a goalkeeper ball.
And got to be smart here. No numbers, still down a man. And New York efficiently slows the ball down and gets ready for another possession.
If they take their time here, I believe this penalty is up in about 22 seconds. They can effectively kill this 2-minute penalty. Neutral, no goal difference.
Which would be big for them.
Pucher coming in, referee saying that was not an offensive foul. That was a...
Pucher got called for a couple of those in the last game, so...
Yeah, very aggressive. Pass from Pucher finds the fans.
Sounds like a Cal Eagle fan got that one over there. Heard a big yes as that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, that could be Ole Olsen from 9. Save! Jackson Justamiano.
And Abubakar back on the back on the field here in front of us.
2 minutes. Bambo Drame not waiting. Shot maybe ill-advised. Saves Lucas Kroger. Coming back the other way is Felix Kirst, and he puts it home.
And a rush shot there from Bambo Drame, and those type of shots are going to get punished by these Cal Eagle team. We saw it in the first matchup between these two teams. Any mistake offensively by New York City was immediately taken advantage of by Cal Eagles.
Yeah, Cal Eagles is a very, very intelligent, very, very well, fundamentally sound team, and they want those moments to happen. That's what they thrive on. Tough defense. Speaking of tough defense, John Von der Valk getting held up there by Ole Olsen, but it was a little bit too much.
And a great start by John. And I should mention, we're talking about the experience and stuff of Cal Eagles. This New York team, very, very young. And on the starting lineup, all three backcourt players, the oldest of them is 22 years old.
Oh my goodness, I don't want to hear that.
which puts them born in 2003 and 2002, Brian, just for the record.
Oh, fair enough. Erwin Malky tying this up at 2. And Martin Hidalgo, the 7-meter specialist that Cal Eagle uses against New York, will take the bench. And Cal Eagles has pulled their goalkeeper. They're playing 6v6 here. Alyaz Supovits.
As we said, they've been doing this the entire tournament, going 6-on-6. LA was very effective with this against New York, but the open goal, we'll see if it can play a part.
Alex Supovits coming in at center back right now. A little bit of movement there. Bouchette held up well by Bambo Drame. Took the arm.
And it's going to be big. The defense for New York is going to be a big factor here.
Yes. We know Cal Eagles loves to defend. Their defense has been top-notch all tournament. It's going to be up to New York to match that and possibly exceed that. Bodies everywhere on the ground. It's going to be New York's ball. Turnover, Cal Eagles.
Got to make sure they don't rush here. Don't give it back to them anytime. Really aggressive defense at half court there.
Wanting it. Drambe somehow gets that back over to Erwin Malky, but there was no angle for a shot, and New York will take their time here.
We got Jackson Justamiano coming out, the goalkeeper, almost a half court to urge his team on and give them some directions. Captain the New York team in this game.
Pucher, skip pass to the wing, Matty Kambasa, no space. Hogbight now in the middle, looking for Kambasa, not finding Drame instead. Drame taken down. That's going to be 2 minutes on Boucher for the tackle. You know, that was a very low tackle there. I'm pretty sure that would be a penalty in rugby.
A really good job by New York City there. I was just talking about their youth being patient there.
Yeah.
And getting the ball moving, getting Cal Eagles a little bit out of position, and then they reach and the tackle, as you called it.
Drame cross court pass, Kambasa with space and time. Maddie Kambasa.
And those two have played together a long time. Both guys formerly of the Guinea Youth National Team.
Speaking of which, how's that Guinean national team doing? Well, you know what? We'll find out at World Championships this January.
Well, we got quite a few alumni of their program wearing New York City kits these days.
Yalte Clausen in at center back, Hassan Delouis in at right back, that's number 3, Oliosin number 20, Felix Kurz number 6. Everyone getting a touch here for Cal Eagles as they set up this play and try and kill some clock. Nordquist Clausen on the right, passive play up, Delouis tries to go 1v1 on Rondeval, goes to the right, foul given, it's going to come back for a free throw. Passive play remains up here.
Quite a few passive plays early on for Cal Eagles too. New York City doing a lot of good work, but they're going to have to keep up this intensity throughout the entire game. We're going to have to see if they can do that.
Yeah.
Because they're coming out hot. They got a lot of support here to our left. A lot of members of the New York City Team Handball Club to our left.
Oliosin, jump shot blocked, and it's going to stay with Cal Eagles. I believe passive play should stay up, and yes, it does. Thank you to our Lithuanian officials here.
Yeah, our 2 IHF refs from Lithuania. Was talking to them last night. Have reffed all over the world.
Oliosin with the shot. It's off the roof. It's going to be a side throw for New York here.
And a much better start for New York City, especially defensively. At this point, Cal Eagles in the previous matchup, Cal Eagles had already had built a lead up in the game.
Let's get pass again to Kambasa.
And Kambasa really was not a factor in the previous game either. Good to see him from a New York City perspective, getting a couple early goals.
New York City with a lead here, 4-2 early on. It is early days in these two teams.
And we learned from the last game that no lead is safe. And,
yeah, especially with Danilo and Biddy on the sidelines.
And two teams that are playing for 21 tickets to Cairo.
Oh, yes. Oliosin with the shot here. It's high. Oliosin's yet to find the mark. He's 0 of 4 shooting from my watch. Errant pass here from Justin Justiniano. Matt Pritchard is able to corral it, but New York City will have to slow down and set up a long offense, which may not be the worst thing in the history of Western civilization.
And Pritchard has done a great job managing this offense, playing most of the minutes at center back throughout this tournament. Won an MVP on Thursday for his performance against Kraken.
Togba looking for drama. Passes a little behind. Cal Eagles, are they looking to break? They are not looking to break.
They might look like they had numbers there for a moment if they could get it, but
they had numbers, but it looked like they could not get that pass going forward. Supovets.
Well, we were talking about it. Any mistake, and it's just a simple thing of a pass being off a few inches, can lead to a goal in the other way very quickly with this Eagles team. So New York's going to have to tighten it up.
Supovets checking into the game. Alya Supovets, he's now at center off the empty cross. He's going to the right to Delouis. Delouis to the wing. The wing is up in the save. Jackson Bustamante on that shot from Luca Engler.
And Engler was really big in the last game for Eagles, getting his, I believe that was his first shot of this game, and second shot.
Oh, no, second shot, yeah. That's the first miss.
First miss, yeah.
He did have our first goal of the game, I believe, a shot from the wing. He's coming in now as a second pivot. Delouis tries to find Drew Donner. Erwin Malky gets the steal. Shortest player on the court here for New York City. Steals the ball from the tallest player in the court from Cal Eagles. Tauba finds the wing. It's Kambasa. 5-hole.
Kambasa continues his hot start with his third goal of the game. The guy we call Flash for his speed and quickness.
Oliosin on the left, Supovets on in the middle, Delouis on the right. (5-2) is our score here. We got a second pivot in from the left field coast. Everyone's on the ground. Turnover. Kambasa! Yes! And I think Cal Eagles might need a timeout.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Watching Danilo right now, I'm not sure if what he's doing. He might just let his guys go.
He's trying to organize something here. He doesn't want to use that timeout just yet. He's going to make a substitution.
It is a little bit early for it, but if he's not careful, New York City could build already with a 4-goal lead.
Yeah. We got coming in here, Casper Schmidt-Ogenthal for Oliosi. He's
changing out the lineup a little bit with some of his backcourt players struggling in their shooting.
Number 44, he's at left back right now. He's going to do an empty cross to Supervets. Ogenthal in the middle, fake shot. Doesn't find the pivot, finds Deluri to the wing. And that's a goal scored there by Luca Engler. Quite a beautiful one at that.
And that's, I'm sure, exactly what Danilo was looking for on that possession. You saw him talking to his players right before the possession. They get into their set, they get the ball moving really well, and they get Engler a big angle shot.
Yeah, he kept his composure there because I think he knew that movement would work, and he saw that we saw the result right there.
Now we'll see if New York can answer.
Tarba met up well, Captain America.
And I'm sure that's going to be a concerted effort by this team too. Togba with double-digit goals, the MVP of the game against LA last night. They're going to try to rough him up a little bit and see if they can ruffle him up.
Spin move there by Drame, caught, save, Lucas Kroger. Cal Eagles not moving with a lot of pace, but they're not moving slowly.
Yeah, they're getting it up the court a little bit faster right now.
Casper Schmidt, fake, dribble, pass to Supovitz is behind. And that's their 5th turnover of this one so far.
And it's uncharacteristic. A few unforced errors.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a pass you'd expect these guys to not make.
I expect that pass to complete 13 times out of 10.
I'm sure Danilo on the bench is saying the same thing to himself.
Coach of Cal Eagles is very calm and composed despite the deficit right now.
Still early, Brian.
He's been here before, once or twice.
Yeah, we said the experience factor definitely favors Cal Eagles in this one.
All right, we have a foul there on the line. It's just going to come back for a free throw. No need for any sort of progressive punishments there, the Lithuanian referees. And we're going to get the play restarted here. Pukert in the middle. A cross with Drame to the pivot. Kvanovak back to Pukert. And Tauba down the middle to start the movement. And a free throw there. Drew Donlin and Tauba are talking to each other, but I think it's all friendly banter. Passive play is up.
I think Togba's just letting him know he'll be back.
And Donlin letting him know, I'll be here.
I'll be waiting.
I've got the whole Safe Sports with me. Malky using the space. Erwin Malky is a space force unto himself. Gets up there and puts home the shot from the wing. 7-3. Ogenthal quickly met by Togba. Now we got words that are not so friendly here.
Oh, this game's gonna get heated as it moves on, Brian. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
These guys know what is on the line.
21.
And, you know, this was already a heated game when they played in Spokane a few weeks ago.
Twice in Spokane.
So twice in Spokane, and both games to the Eagles. Eagles, again, as we said, opened this tournament with a big win over New York City. New York wants to avenge those losses very badly.
Shot by Ogenthal, blocked by Togba into the hands of Justamiano. New York City moving with a little bit of pace now. Bambo Drame in the middle. He looks for Togba. And Togba.
The two backcourt players from New York forcing it a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Bambo Drame and Togba Abubakar got to get their heads back on.
Play's calling in here. I think the movement's going to come from the left here. I see Drew Donlin, our pivot, number 17. He's going to come and get the ball around here. DeLuey, Supervets in the middle. Back to DeLuey. The movement's going to come from the right from this point on. DeLuey goes in, 1v1. It's going to be a barging offensive foul. Sorry, attacker foul. My apologies.
Gotcha.
Yeah. New York City going the other way here. Looking for Vonderfalk. Really well defended there by Drew Donlin. Former Adamar Leon man. While he was in the world-class athlete program with the United States Armed Forces. Pass to the wing, and it's Felix Kurth. Brings one back. 7-4 is our score. And Cal Eagles look a little more composed than they did just 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone thought they were going to go away down 4 goals, they were sorely mistaken.
Why would you think that?
This one is gonna go down to the wire, just like the one that we saw previously. Not sure if I can handle another double overtime shootout, but it's going to be a fight. A lot on the line for these two teams, as I've said before.
These are two teams that will not give up to the very end, and probably even beyond that. Florian Hurf blocked by Drew Donlin. New York City will get a second chance, though. Passive play is up here. It's going to come from Hurf. It's actually going to come from Pukert. That shot, a little wide of target. I'm not sure if Lucas Kroger got a hand on it, but he seems like he did.
New York City's offense now looking a little bit out of sorts these last couple possessions. Guys forcing the ball and the passive play there, forced shot. And Eagles starting to get into their sets. In the previous game, they were very comfortable offensively, and they're starting to get into that rhythm a little bit.
Supervets in the middle, Louis on the right. Finds Ogenthal on the cross. Ogenthal with the shot blocked by Vonneval. Ogenthal will stay with it. It's stolen.
Are you keeping track of the shot blocks? Because that's quite a few from the New York City defense so far.
There's no way I can keep track of shot blocks. I am just one pen right now. Skip pass to the wing was defended by Felix Kurz. Out for a corner throw. And we're going to get a timeout here. 17 minutes and 14 seconds elapsed in this first half. It's just gone by quickly, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, end-to-end action, and we're going to take a quick break because me and Brian still trying to get our heads together after that third-place game and the quick start to this one. So those of you tuning in, again, our court here that we're playing with at the New Jersey Institute of Technology, supplied by Sport Pros USA. Met their president in the brief moments in between these two games. He's here looking at how his court is doing and looking at the handball that is happening on top of it. So let's check out the building process from Monday.
Many thanks to everyone who volunteered from New York City to help put that court together on Monday. I'm glad I arrived Tuesday. Many thanks to Sports Pros for providing this court together. I think it's doing a heck of a job.
Yeah, and we said longtime partner of New York City, going back to the old days when we had the Big Apple tournament in Manhattan for 5 years straight, and continuing to support New York City team handball as they try to book their ticket to Cairo here.
Oh, Tugba pushes away Kurz, keeps that ball, takes it in for himself, finds some space.
Great individual effort by Abubakar there.
And opens his business checking account. Luca Engler responds in kind from the wing. Eight to 5 is our score here. And New York City is going to take the time and set up this next movement here. Kambasa will take it from the wing and give it back. And Malky will do the same thing on here. Vonnevalk on the pivot out. Over to Pucher. Togba in the middle. Togba back to Pucher. Pucher gets through. I'm sorry, that's Florian Hurf gets through.
The guys from Lubeck, you know, hard. Sometimes you can mix them up, I guess, Brian.
I couldn't see the numbers. I couldn't see the hair. That's my excuse. Pass into the pivot. Yes, they're going to say keeper ball. Jackson Justamiano on the hustle there to knock that one behind his line. And eyes go to the goalkeeper.
He's a very active goalkeeper. Feet always moving, body always moving back there, and great hustle play to earn his team a possession.
He's the captain of this team.
He is the captain of this team. Talked to the former captain still on the roster, Ivan Ignjatovic, a lot during this weekend. He said, it's Jackson's team, it's Jackson's game, and he's got to step up and be the guy.
Yeah. Hurf over to Malky on the left wing. Hurf looks at Togba, takes it himself, finds Togba on the cross. Togba comes in, blocked by Ole Andreas Olsen. Eagles will get the break going. It's to Luca Engler, and Engler gets it in. Justiniano had a touch to it.
Thought he might have gotten that one, but a strong shot from Angler gets past him. And that's what we talked about, though. Any mistake,
Yes.
it's going the other way from the Eagles.
Even something as small as a block shot.
Block shot. Actually,
Fast break.
when the Eagles made their run in the first game, it wasn't a lot of turnovers, Brian. It was a lot of forced 9-meter shots that were easily handled by Kroger in the net, which he can then distribute out into his offensive players quickly.
Block shot again there by Drew Donlin. Oh. And Luca Engler will get his 5th.
And that's the type of stuff we're talking about, man. Like, New York City got to get some composure, got to work a good shot here.
Yeah, Cal Eagles strong in the center of the fence. Always have been.
And
probably
as
always will be.
And as we've said, Drew Donlin, probably the largest man on this court.
6'8", 235.
Yeah. And that's not the guy you want to try to go over, let's be honest.
Harbaugh off the empty cross to the middle. Second cross to Bombo Drame. Off the post, saves Kroger. We've got a stoppage here. Just a warning. Just a warning there for Donlin to watch the simulation. Should be Lucas Kroger's 4th save.
We did actually see a simulation 2-minute in the game between New York City and LA last night.
On Kenny Boyson, yes.
So it was the same referee pair, so they're keeping an eye out for such things.
They are no nonsense once the game begins. The Louis cross to Oleosin. Oleosin finds Boucher in the middle. Boucher finds Curse now in the backcourt. Does a little basketball. Pivot was inside. Another turnover here for Cal Eagles. And New York City is running.
And they're leaving the door open for New York City, making their own efforts. New York City has to make them pay in the way that the Eagles are on the other side.
Ooh, hospital ball to Tabare brings it in. Kambasa will bring it in on the wing, and they'll just bring it back and slow it down.
Abubakar has saved a couple possessions with some great catches under duress.
Yeah. Puchik finds Tarbuck. Vonderbuck well held there. Drama on the left side. Go in himself, falling, shooting, scoring. And he's down, and so is Donlin. After that goal from Bombo Drama, Donlin is slow to get up.
Going to have to keep an eye on that. We said Donlin was arguably maybe the most crucial guy for the Eagles in that first game. Definitely got them off to the fast start, and was a real problem for New York City. Offensively especially, and obviously we've seen him block a couple shots already too. Defensively an issue as well.
I think we identified that New York in that first game had no one that could really bother him.
Well, you see the adjustment by beating Mustafa. Started with Ishmael Conte in that one at the pivot, who is just not big enough to guard.
Shot to the wing to Curse, and Curse will do a little roulette and get that in. I mean, there is a big difference between Ismail Conte and John Vondervalk. Vondervalk in there at pivot. That's Puchik with a little bit of beautiful individual play, spinning and twisting and getting it in. Maxime Boucher on the attack. They're going to say steps on Boucher. That is turnover by number 10 by my count for California Eagles. This is not like them.
Yeah, we said before, the more experienced team, and you'd expect the more experienced team in the big game to be more composed and take care of the ball better. New York's had their own issues with turnovers as well, but Cal Eagles, and we saw it a little bit against LA as well. They can be prone to this kind of thing.
Herf. Drame in the middle. Met by DeLuey on defense, and we're going to stop this right now. We're just going to tell, referees are going to tell both Donlin and Vondervalk, cut this out. Play fairly. I'm putting you both in timeout. Great defense there by DeLuey. Cal Eagles trying to run. Pass was just a little too high, even for Drew Donlin.
It takes some work to overthrow 6'8".
Yeah.
Or I guess slightly over 2 meters. Call them 2'3", 2'4".
2 meters 2.
All right.
Yeah.
got to make sure we go towards all the crowd. I know we got people watching in from all over the world. New York's moniker, the world's handball team, and I know there's people from everywhere watching right now.
There's people from everywhere in this room right now as well.
that as well.
I think I've spoken 5 languages in this room just today.
As a coach at New York City Team Handball Club, I often have to do such things.
All right, we got Cal Eagles 16 in the defense a little bit. That's a very aggressive hold, and adjudicated as a clean foul there.
Yeah,
by Hassan Daloui.
We had an early 2 minute from Togba Boubacar, but other than that, it's been a pretty clean game.
Double cross here, tries to find the pivot. Pivot was covered. Herf is knocked back. Free throw. Good bit of sportsmanship there from Donlin. You knock them down, you help them up so you can knock them down again. That's what I always told my coaches. Passive play is up. Togba from 9. Save Lucas Kroger. He's looking for the break. No one was there.
It looked like they had the wing early on, but
oh, wow. He decided not to shoot that. That's going to be a goal in 2 minutes to Togba. Goal scored there by Ole Andreas Olsen.
Yeah, Togba got on the wrong side and something to watch. That's his second one.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Just like in the first game, Bambo Drame had 2 quick 2-minute penalties. Togba might have to sit out the rest of this half.
And Togba needs to keep himself in this game, needs to keep himself composed. Actually, the youngest player, hard to believe, on this New York City roster as active for this game. Just turned 21 a few days ago. And he's going to have to keep his composure and keep himself from getting another 2-minute once this one elapses.
Yeah, this New York City team in its current state needs Togba.
Absolutely. Even though he's the youngest, I'd say probably the most important field player that's out there.
Puka to Drame in the middle. Passive play is up. Oh! Bambo Drame with a beautiful low fake. Shoots it high, but just a little too high.
And he hasn't really gotten going yet in this game. He's missed a few shots, had a couple blocked.
1 of 4 so far, but, he'll have a couple seconds to readjust, reflect, and think about it, because Cal Eagles have called a timeout. 11-9 is our score. 26 minutes and change elapsed in the first half.
So, and as we take a break, like me and Brian were talking in between the 2 games, that we're rather hungry, and I know a lot of guys that are watching in who are former New York City players have really enjoyed that we've been talking so much about one of our favorite spots in the city, in Alphabet City, Kafana, Serbian cuisine, a great place, and as I've told you, Brian, not uncommon to find many members of the New York City Team Handball Club enjoying the dining there, and they've helped us put on this tournament, so we're thanking them, and they always take really good care of us, and we got to take care of them for helping us out.
Thank you, Kafana. Thank you for your support of this tournament of New York City Team Handball.
And we'll see if we get some time. We're going to bring Brian there before he heads back to Baltimore. Get him some good food on his way out, I think. We'll see. As long as this game doesn't go to double overtime and a shootout, we might have time before your train.
And we're back 3 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in this first half. 11-9 lead for New York City. Just nothing on the line here except, just 21 tickets to the IHF Club World Cup. Tyree on the right. He wants to go back.
Yeah, he's been there. Well, not to Cairo, I guess, for the tournament, but
he's been to Saudi Arabia, I believe, back when it was called Super Globe.
Yeah. Worth mentioning, New York City was the first team in North America to go to the Super Globe as well when it was in Saudi Arabia, the tournament now known as the Club World Cup. And a number of these Eagles players have also played there as members of California Heat.
Yes, San Francisco Cal Heat as their president would rather have me say.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. And I know he's walking, John-Marc Junique. So, passive play is up here. Pucher trying to turn spin. It's going to be just a free throw there. Passive play remains up. I think New York City has 2 passes. Pucher goes to Kambasa. Kambasa trying to get to the pivot. It goes to Kroger. And
tough position there for Mahdi with only 1 pass from the wing. Kind of tried to improvise there. Didn't quite come off.
All right, Drew Donlin taking a seat here. Maxime Boucher, 2024 USATH Nationals MVP in the Open D1 division, checking in.
Tournament that, of course, Cal Eagles won by beating New York City.
And the final.
In the final.
Oliosen to DeLuis, save! Jackson, Juice Damiano.
I think it took a deflection on the way as well. Took a little sting out of that shot.
That helps. Sometimes it hurts a lot, but that time it helped. Kambasa back to Herf on the right back. He's complaining about the ball right now. There's someone's tape has fallen off and gotten onto the ball. It happens.
Yeah, the resin picks up quite a bit.
Resin picks up everything.
And I'm sure no shortage of resin on this ball right now.
Hooker going in for himself. Held. It's going to be just a free throw. The crowd to my left clamoring for a 7-meter.
That's where the New York City Team Handball Club members not participating in this game are sitting, and they think they were looking for the 2-minute there.
Ronnevalk pivot out. We got across the Herf. To Drama on the left. He's going to try and move, find the pivot. Back to Herf. Refs one pass. Cal Eagles one pass up. They get passive. Passive is up. Drama with the shot, and that's high.
Hasn't quite found his shooting range yet in this one. I think that's second or third that's gone over the bar.
Yeah, 1 of 5 so far for Bambo Drama. Oh, that's too easy. Quick pass into the wing, and that's Benedict Dom. And breaking the duck. 1 goal for him in the first time of asking, and we are tied at 11. Cal Eagles weathered the storm.
And we mentioned this before. Cal Eagles very good coming in and going out of halftime. That's when they really made their run in Spokane, and they've come all the way back to tie it here at the half. As we near the half, rather. Sorry.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. We might have time for one more offensive sequence each way. Maxime Boucher with the defense there on Mats Pukert. New York City might try to take the timeout here and get one good shot here. Passive play is up. Pukert on the right. Set shot save Kroger.
Got to get back and make sure you don't allow a one in the last few seconds here.
Felix Kirsch gets one in. Oh, no. Felix Kirsch just ran right into the goal. And he's up and he's okay. But Cal Eagles takes the lead here, 12-11 off that last second shot.
And the crowd is kind of stunned right now as we finish it off. New York City played great throughout that half, and then just at the end there just let the Eagles back into the game. And, you know, credit to Cal Eagles. We haven't seen a whole lot of lead changes in this tournament, but we've had one here now where the Eagles – down throughout the half will now go into the half with with a lead. Brian, let's just talk about how they were able to get back into this game here.
They kept their composure when they were down 6-2. They made some adjustments there. They started using their bench more. They started building their offense to take advantage of their wings, basically, Kirst and Engler. And their goals have come, for the most part, from those wings. Kirst with 4.
Yeah, not a lot from the backcourt, actually.
Kirst with 4, Engler with 5, Ty Reed with 1.
I'm surprised to see not more of Ty Reed, but I guess Angler is the hot hand after the previous game.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see a little bit of Ty Reed if New York City makes the proper adjustments.
And what adjustments do you think you would make if you were Beanie Mustafa going into this one?
If I'm New York City, I'm telling my team, stay aggressive, but don't get in trouble. They've had two. Both teams have only had 2 minutes, but those 2 minutes have both come from maybe their most important offensive player in Togba Abubakar.
Yeah, and that's something to watch as well. As you know, with the rules, 3 2-minute penalties, and that is a ejection. So we'll check that back right now. Me and Brian are going to take a break with the players. Your halftime score, 12-11 in favor of California Eagles. A spot in the IHF World Club
World Championship.
Thank you for getting my back as always, Brian.
It's all good. We'll see you in 10. All right, folks, we are back. The second half is about to begin. It is beginning right here, right now. New York City down one.
Gonna have to ask the people in front of us to take their seats so we can actually, see the game here and get the call here.
Yes, New York City down one, 12-11 right now. Togba Abubakar, number 11 from New York City, with 2 minutes already. One more on these guys down the rest of this one.
And New York City had their energy and their intensity kind of wane towards the end of that first half. Gonna have to find a way to get it back here as we get into the second.
Bambo Drabe caught by Lucas Kroger.
And Drame's got to let the game come to him a little bit more at this point.
Here's Tyreed in at wing. He steps on the line.
A let off there for the Eagles with another enforced error.
Yeah. Allowing
New York City to stay in this game. You said 10 turnovers in the first half, I believe, right?
11 in the first half.
And then one early one here in the second.
Yeah. Cal Eagles, during this first half, they saw a lot of goals scored from the wings. 5 from number 6, Felix Kurz. 4 from number 6, Felix Kurz. 5 from number 7, Luca Engler, and 1 from number 86, Tyreed. Not a lot from the backcourt or the pivot.
Which is a big change from the previous game where Donlin was dominant in the first half.
Goal scored there by Bambo Drame in 2 minutes for high defense to Asandui of California Eagles. And we're tied at 12.
And that's what you need right there, New York, to get the momentum going back. But again, we're gonna see the goalkeeper out for Cal Eagles as they go down 6-on-5 to bring it back to 6-on-6. We said it before, high risk, high reward. So far, only reward though in these type of situations for the Eagles.
Cal Eagles letting everyone get a touch here as they try and take off this 2-minute penalty. Oliosa in the middle tries to find Engler left, finds Tyree, back to Engler.
I think they're coming in at the back now, huh?
Yeah, Tyree at the wing, Engler at the back. Stay on the way in, save. Ivan Yatovich, turnover, New York City.
Interesting to see Ivan Yatovich into the game for New York City. Only time we've really seen that this week has been when Jackson Justiniano suffered an injury in the second game.
Yeah.
But the veteran, one of the only players, actually both goalies, the only 2 players who have played in what was then the Super Globe in 2019. Ivan Yatovich, U.S. international, longtime New York City goalkeeper.
Yeah. Also plays in the field from time to time, but I don't think we'll see him there during this. Oh my goodness, Luca Engler's having a day. 13-12, California Eagles. Bambo Drame spinning, finds Vanna Fook. Vanna Fook saves Lucas Kroger. Huge last 15 seconds there for California Eagles.
Yeah, Vanna Fook finding some good space, made those shots in the first half. Going to need to make them in the second. The New York crowd getting a little bit louder here as they sense that their team needs their backing.
This 2-minute penalty is about to expire here. Boucher on the move in to Engler. Engler, 2 mini steps, another one. That's 13 for unforced errors from turnovers. Excuse me, from California Eagles.
Some of them forced.
Some of them forced, some of them unforced. Bambo Drame trying to force it.
On the subject of forcing, yeah.
And Drew Donlin's doing a bit of enforcing there.
Well played, Brian.
Puchert into Togba in the middle. Togba with the shot. Yes! Post in. Togba Abubakar ties it up at 13. Bambo Drabe tries to break up the breaking Cal Eagles team. He's going to step on the line out of bounds. Cal Eagles are going to start over, or is it going to be a foul? It's going to be a foul. Common foul. I felt confident that was a one call, and it wasn't. And
You've been consistently right throughout the week, though, Brian, so we'll give you 1.
Thank you.
2 might push it. I don't know.
Okay. 2, you might need to sub me. Boucher coming in, not looking for Benedict down on the pivot. Double cross here. Engler saves Yatovich. Second chance of asking, and Felix Kurz is there. And the offense, again, still coming from the wings. Engler and Kirst.
Yeah. It's, New York City doing a very good job of cutting off the middle, not as well on the wings, where the wings have been everything for these Eagles so far.
Yeah. Pukert, wide open, free space. Save Lucas Kroger.
And Kroger, I don't know.
Yalte Clausen thought he had the lob on Ivan Ignatovic. I learned a long time ago you can't lob that man.
No, he's very good technical goalkeeper. It's hard to do much against him, if we're honest. But on the other side, too, Kroger has been stepping up, and I lost track of how many MVGs I've seen him win over his career here in the U.S.
Quite a few.
And he's showing why early in the second half there.
Puchert in the Vonnefolk, and that's going to be a 7-meter earned. Defending inside the 6 was California Eagles, and Erwin Malky is stepping up to take this.
He took the first one with Togba Bubakar out with a 2-minute and made it.
Lucas Kroger will stay in, and Erwin Malky will put it home. That's his 4th goal. That's 3 from 7 meters for Erwin Malky.
And he's shown throughout the season that he's very good at that skill. Often wins the 7-meter shootouts in training. Might have got him the nod as the guy with Togba who is going to take him.
Yeah. Historically in Northeast League, Erwin Malky has been the guy for 7 meters. Ole Olsen in live action here. He's lost his balance, tripped, stumbled, but there was a foul that caused all of that, so they're going to try over again. Boucher calling the play. Boucher to Olsen, over to the wing. Felix Kirst. Oh, that's easy.
Got to find a way to cut the wings. They're getting whatever they want on the wings.
Felix Kirst placed that low and not in the corner, and Ivan got wrong-footed on that. Ball's way into the net.
And we'll see if New York City can answer on this possession. Going back and forth, just like in our previous match, the third-place game, which went double overtime and into a shootout.
Drambe looks for Vonnefolk, stolen. Cali was running. No one knows anything about the ball. Everyone's on the ground. Bambo Drambe picks it up.
And we talked about it in previous games, that type of play.
Yeah.
Drambe with the turnover on one side. I had a coach who always told me, if you make the turnover, you better be the first guy back on defense to get that ball back.
Yeah.
And that's what Bambo did right there. Great hustle by him, saving and keeping this at a 1-goal game.
Togba over the Bambo Drambe. Back to Togba in the middle. Looking right to Pucher. Pucher gets the breakthrough. Save Lucas Kroger. But no, it's going to be a 7 defending inside the 6. Ole Olsen and company can't believe it. They will accept it. They have to. Refs called it.
Refs rarely change their mind once they've made a call, Brian.
Save Lucas Kroger. Erwin Malky maybe didn't put the full force of his arm into that shot. And it was just a simple reaction save there for Lucas Kroger.
And interesting, a change in strategy on the 7 meters from the Cal Eagles. Throughout the tournament, they've been having Hidalgo come in for the 7s and giving Kroger a little bit of break. Last 2, he stayed in and 1 for 2 on those 2 saves.
They were doing that in the first half of Martin Hidalgo.
Yeah.
And looks like they've changed their strategies here. Pass to the wing. And it's Felix Kirst yet again.
And I was reminded, too, at halftime, Martin Hidalgo, former New York City team player as well, playing for the Eagles now.
And Malky saved Lucas Kroger. New York City will hold on to it. They'll get a second chance at this.
And that's an important rebound there for New York City. Kroger starting to get into his game a little bit.
Pukert. Oh, great steal there by Drew Donlin. And it's a 3v0 here. Kirst taking his time. Kirst finds it. And the momentum here has shifted. It's shifted to Felix Kirst. It's shifted to California Eagles.
And Kroger as well on the net.
Yeah.
They don't stop coming. They got 2 players deep at every position. A lot of talented players on the court. And it is a little bit of a war of attrition sometimes. These other teams don't have that same kind of depth.
Talk about the Puka. Puka tries to find Vondervalk, defended well again by Drew Donlin, Captain America.
And I think we might see a timeout here very quickly.
Very well done there by Felix Kirst. I think New York City might need to think about things for a minute. Benny Mustafa is holding the timeout card in his hand. He's going to see what his team does here in this next possession before they do anything here.
It's almost a carbon copy of the national championship final, where early in the second half, Eagles starting to pull away a little bit.
Vondervalk, Pogba. Drawback looks for Kambasa, stolen on the way in.
They gotta find some way to get back into rhythm, because nothing happening offensively. At least they're able to set up the defense here.
Yeah, Cal Eagles taking their time. Alias Supervets coming back in at center back. DeLuey at right back. Oliosin at left. We've got Engler and, Kirsten Reed in the corners. We've got empty cross to Olsen. Olsen looking for Supervets. Yep, that's in. Alias Supervets gets his first in, and now the lead is 5. Hurst in the middle, calling the next movement here, telling Vondervalk where to go. Jamie Vondervalk back to Hurst on the right. Talba down the middle. Like the first, finding the wing now, space in the wing. Tyree cuts it out. We'll swing it back around. Kambasa is wide open. Look at Kambasa, New York City. They don't listen to me. They go to Florian Hurst, and that might be for the better, because Florian Hurst gets the breakthrough and scores that one.
Madi Kambasa had a very good first half. Hasn't gotten really involved in the offense so far in this second.
He was in the corner there on that possession, and it seemed like the Cal Eagles defense was focused on everyone but him. New York, however, still able to manufacture a breakthrough and a goal. Live action right here. DeLuey empty cross to Oliosin. Back to DeLuey on the cross. He's got Supervets on the left. Supervets with the shot, and it's going to be a free throw here for California Eagles. They get a chance to do it all over again. DeLuey. Supervets. Oliosin tries to feed the pivot. Picks it up, and the referees will allow that. That's a goal scored by Mohamed Mehdi Sadre. There's a skip pass to Kambasa. Oh, Kambasa could have shot that. Looks like he just tried to throw a Kempa there, and it was a little mistimed. Wouldn't you say, Chris?
I'm still surprised that we haven't seen a timeout so far here.
Yeah, we're almost halfway through the second half.
And yeah, New York has to do something here if they're going to stay in this one.
It's an 8-4 advantage in this half for Cal Eagles. Able to start manufacturing scoring from places outside of the wing.
Yeah, a couple good back shots the last couple times.
Oliosin with the shot. Second chance of asking. It's post 7-meter.
Couple good saves by Ivan, but a little bit extra in the defense there. Will result in the 7-meter shot.
And it's going to be Mohamed Mehdi Sadre taking this. No. He just wanted the ball. I understand. It's going to be Felix Kuss, who has 9 goals so far here. Make it 10. Felix Kuss gives a nice solid fist pump to his team as he gets back on defense. 10 goals and 10 shots from him. That's very impressive.
And nearly half of the team's output.
Erwin Malkin for goal here at NISM 5. We have a player down right now for Cal Eagles. It looks like it's Oliosa. I didn't see what happened to him. But I'm sorry, that is Oliosa.
Must have been a collision while Malky was shooting after the pass.
It looks like he's complaining about an elbow from the New York defense. And he's going to take
offense. That was on offense. New
York offense.
Yeah.
You're right. You expect elbows from the defense. That is where my mind is.
But you have seen guys do a little bit of the Heisman pose, or throw out that chicken wing every once in a while as well.
Yeah, we saw Kenny Boyson get an offensive foul for that. Sorry, Kenny. It seems like we're just making fun of you when you watch this back. It is not personal at all.
Yeah, he did have a great game. 12 goals against New York City last night as well, and a losing effort for Los Angeles.
And he kept LA in the game in the second half and in overtime. And that nail biter we had earlier today. Super Vets loses the ball. Turnover. Cal Eagles, number 15 for them. Coming back the other way is Hirsch. Finds Von de Falk wide open.
Great pass there to find the pivot. They're looking for John in the center there.
Can you believe that's his first goal of the game?
He's drawn several 7 meters, but he's been a big difference in this game from the previous game. Really set, as we said earlier, really worked himself into the tournament. Got his first really long run last night with Simone Herber's sideline due to injury. Haven't seen him in this game, so I'm assuming he's still having problems with his knee.
DeLuey manufacturing a breakthrough, manufacturing a 7-meter. And that ball is in Felix Curse's hands. Can he go 11 for 11?
And are they switching back to Justiniano here?
Yeah, Justiniano coming in on goal here.
And he has the capability to really get on a run, and New York could really use a big save here. There it is. And Brian, what is his name? Say his name.
Stonewall Jackson Justiniano.
And we'll see if he can make the difference coming back in for Njatovic, who played well. But Jackson is the unquestioned number 1 now of this team.
Yeah. New York City will slow down here on this attack and start over here. Togba. Or Drame. Whoa. Was that deflected?
It had to have been. There's no way he threw that ball there.
Okay, everyone's saying that was deflected. That is going to be a corner throw. Cal Eagles staying relatively flat right now. Togba picking up in the middle, back to Florian Hirth. Breakthrough, finds the nets.
And Hirth has made the difference here with a couple goals since coming off the bench in the second half.
New York City staying composed in the face.
Yeah, we addressed it early on in the game. This New York City team, very different from the New York City team you and I are used to, Brian.
Yeah.
A youthful, young, inexperienced team comparatively to the Cal Eagles. They're doing a good job. The heads haven't gone down. They're fighting back after the Eagles went on their run and got it up to a 5-point lead.
Oliosen to the Louis wing. That's Tyree. And it's going to be 7. Yes, they're going to give 7 meter. They're going to say the defender made contact. Erwin Malky. Nothing intentional there. But you can't interfere a wing in his shooting duties.
Well, another one from Justiniano here.
Felix Curse with the ball in his hands for Cal Eagles.
Last one was his first miss of the game, and now he goes right back up.
Ooh, right over the right shoulder of Jackson Justiniano, and that's his 11th of 12 attempts. Felix Cust leading the offense here for California Eagles.
Yeah, now officially with half of the Cal Eagles goals as they get to 22. And have opened up again a 4-point lead.
Togba down the middle, going right to Bambo Drame. Nothing going this time. He's going to go left this time to Hirth. Hirth's been looking for breakthroughs there when he receives it like that. Bambo Drame with the set shot blocked out for a corner. And now Benny will take the timeouts.
And yeah, he needed to get his offense back. And while we're talking about Felix Kurse there, who has now half the goals for California Eagles, we should mention again that the MVP of each game in this tournament has been sponsored by Lewis Howes and his New York Times best-selling book, former New York City team handball player, former U.S. national player, now just doing just about everything you can do in the media world.
School of Greatness podcast has over 1 billion downloads. You can watch him. You can read his articles pretty much everywhere. USA Today.
I was looking for some
New
more
York
information on
Times.
him earlier in the tournament, and one of the first things that came up was top 30 quotes by Lewis Howes. You know that you're a big deal when they can pick your top 30 quotes. You know, Brian?
Yeah. Yes, you are. And Lewis Howes is quite great. And the greatness mindset.
And New York could use another, big, strong guy with a good shot from 9 meters like Lewis at this point.
He also played for Adamar Leon, briefly, like Drew Donlin. But yeah, the greatness mindset is available in bookstores.
A couple of the guys in this game have already received it as gaining MVPs in this tournament, and one more will receive it in not so long. Maybe probably with a ticket to Cairo.
Oh, most likely, yes. There are 21 tickets to Cairo, and our tournament trophy, a statue of the Egyptian god Horus.
Was it Horus? Yeah.
Yes. Shot there from Togba. It's high and to the outside. Not necessarily what you want coming after a timeout there, and with 10 minutes and change left on the clock here, Chris. New York City can't afford too many more of those possessions. Yeah,
we're not going to say it yet, but they definitely need to pick it up in these last few. It's crunch time. It's do or die. They got to make something happen, and they got to make it quick.
Yeah. DeLuey, Olioson goes in, finds Super Vets to the wing, and it's going to come back out for a free throw. Okay, I think there's enough resin on the ball now.
Never enough, man. Never enough.
DeLuey, Olioson again down the middle, goes on Drame, tries to get it to Mohamed Mehdi Sadre, and it's going to be a free throw.
And if New York is going to come back into this game, it's going to come from the defense. It's going to come from Justin Miano and net. That's where they got to slow down this attack and give themselves a chance.
DeLuey, wild pass there. Corralled by DeLuey. Passive play is up. Super Vets to Olsen. Olsen, no shot. Save Ignatovic. Olsen is down. And we're going to have a stoppage here.
Olsen's been down the second time he's been down now, yeah?
He got trucked there at the end.
Yeah. Good aggressive handball, though, according to the referees. I think they might have stopped it thinking that it could possibly be a head injury, you think?
Yeah. He's going to get up now. He is going to have to sit out for a couple of possessions. I see the trainer out here. I see his coach out here.
Yeah, once the coach comes out onto the court, that's the signal that you get to stay out for what is 3 possessions, correct?
3 offensive attacks. Offensive movements, I should say.
Yeah.
Offensive possessions. That's the most correct way of saying it.
Make sure we get the verbiage right. We haven't seen the last of him, suffice to say, but he'll have to sit down for a little bit.
Maxime Boucher checking back in at center, back number 9.
And this is, again, where we talk about the depth of Cal Eagles. You have a great player like Olsen going to the bench, and in comes Boucher, who you said he was the MVP in Spokane, correct?
Yes, he was. DeLuey looks for Super Vets. We're going to get an automatic 2 minutes there for the defense on Bambo Drummy on DeLuey.
Might be able to hear that the New York City fan base over here are not exactly fans of that call.
I would say that the referees were looking at that and they did not think that Bambo Drummy was defending with a handball move, and it was maybe a bit too violent.
Hey, these referees, both pairs of referees, have been on point from minute 1 in this tournament. And, these guys, like I said, the 2 IHF referees ref high-level games all the time. This is nothing new to them.
Tyree steps on the line on the way in.
I think it's the second time he stepped on the line on an open shot.
That is uncharacteristic of him.
Usually very good footwork.
Don't expect that to happen again. Talbot checking back in on offense here. New York City playing with 5 right now.
And they got to stem the tide here. I mean, they need to get a little bit of a comeback going, but down a man, it's just kind of maintaining at this moment is a victory.
Yeah. Erwin Malky going in 1v1. Easy save there. Lucas Kroger.
And Kroger's been real big in the second half. He's been a very good keeper, stopping a lot of shots.
12 saves now for Lucas.
I would say a majority of them have to be coming in the second half.
He's been huge. A lot of space right here for Benedict down, but DeLuey will take it in himself, and he'll put it in. Not a significant amount of resistance there on Hassan DeLuey.
Yeah, I think a little lapse of concentration there. Down a man, you can't afford that.
Jackson Justiniano will check back in on goal for New York City as they begin their attack here. Still down a player.
A goal right here would be very helpful to keep it even during the 2 minutes. And then you got to make your run. Once they get back to full, New York needs to go on a run very quickly afterward.
Talk about from 9. He finds it. He finally gets one past Lucas Kroger in the second half.
Yeah, he's struggled a little bit. He has not been as dominant as he was last night. An MVP performance.
To be fair, who looks dominant against Lucas Kroger?
Just Lucas Kroger looks dominant when you have Lucas Kroger.
Broken play there from Cal Eagles. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but it ends up in Erwin Malky's hands on the other side of the wing, and they're going to take it back the other way. And the 2-minute penalty has expired. Even scoring on there, 1-1.
And this is where it needs to happen for New York City if it's going to happen.
Yeah. Talbot with the dribble. Going to find Puka. Nothing there on the wing. Puka back to Talbot. He loses the ball. Body's on the ground. It is Cal Eagles ball. Benedict Dam makes the play.
Not what you want from that possession.
No.
Looked a little out of sorts from minute 1 and ends in the turnover.
I would say that, we're going to get a timeout from Cal Eagles. I was about to say, I would say that Danilo Rojovic would be happy with the defensive intensity there on that last possession, but his face is completely stoic right now. I can't read it.
And as we take a break here, we're going to talk about, wondering what these two coaches are going to do down the stretch. I know one guy who might have a couple ideas. He visited New York City earlier this season. That's Stefan Olsson, coach of the Netherlands men's national team, former Swedish coach as well, and player for Sweden.
Oh, yeah. Back to live action here. Ole Olsen checking back in. His 3 offensive possessions have elapsed. Casper Smith-Ogundahl at center back. That's number 44. Ole Olsen at left back. We've got Benedict Dam in that pivot. Ogundahl over to the wing. That's Felix Kuss, who has been the offense here for Cal Eagles. Olsen to Dam, and it's going to be a 9-meter only. Ogundahl. And that's going to be too many steps to the referees. And New York City's on the move, on the groove.
Look for the second wave here, maybe.
Second wave looks like it's not going to be there. They're going to go 2 pivots here.
Yeah, it looks like low tide.
Skip pass to Malky. Save! Lucas Kroger.
And it's not just the quantity of saves, which now I think he's at 13 according to your numbers.
It's the quality.
It's the quality. That was a possession where New York City, I think, really needed a goal. And now the clock is really going to be up against them.
Cal Eagles, very wisely, taking their time right now.
Yeah, we've said before, they are very experienced in playing with a lead.
Great pass, but yes, Benedict Dam gets a goal there from the great passer from Ole Andreas Olsen. And I guess I can say it this time. It's time for New York City, if they want to go to Cairo, to play perfect handball. Down 5, under 5 left to play. Pukert, oh, he loses it. Mulkey can't save it.
And that's not exactly perfect handball there, Brian.
That is not perfect handball there.
Well, they're going to have to. They need to stop on this possession, non-negotiable at this point, because Eagles are going to take their time here and get a good shot. I think we might see a couple empty crosses if I had to bet on it.
Yeah, Juan Astigiano checking in now for Cal Eagles.
There we
Felix
go.
Kurz getting a well-deserved break.
He's still sitting on 11 goals, or?
Yes. Save, Jackson Justimano holding his face here. It's going to be 2 minutes to Casper Schmidt-Ogendahl there for
the errant shot.
Yeah.
A couple guys showing good sportsmanship, though, checking out, making sure Justimano's okay.
And Casper is telling New York City, I did not mean that at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And New York City's going to take their final time out of this one.
And we're going to just stay here and talk about it while we have here. So with the score as it is, they absolutely need something. And during this 2-minute break here, or 2-minute penalty as well, it's pivotal that they come up with, I'd say, at least a +2 or +3 to give themselves a chance.
I think they need a +3.
Yeah.
I think they need the +3, which is a very tough ask here. Because once this penalty is up, there's only going to be maybe 3-4 possessions left in this game.
And I think I wouldn't be surprised, because you know the Eagles will play 6-on-6 in offense rather, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Beanie expand his defense a little bit, get a little bit more pressure on the Eagles, because we know they're going to slow it.
Yeah.
So you got to get them moving a little bit quicker than they want to move it. But first things first, on this possession, you need a goal.
Yes.
I think it's we're almost to the point where every possession for New York City needs to be a goal to get back into this.
And they need to manufacture possessions too.
Yeah.
They do need to get the ball back.
Well, yeah, and we're gonna need to see some second waves.
Oh, we got another 2-minute penalty here.
That'll help.
Togba is down, clutching his shoulder on the shot. It's a 2-minute penalty to, I believe, Benedict Dam. No, I'm sorry, Ole Andreas Olsen. 7-meter throw.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
And it's going to be a 6v4 once we have this. Once we reserve.
So we were asking in
play.
the last game whether Mark Ortega would go 6-on-5 in a 6v4 situation and pull the goalie. We'll see what will happen here for the Eagles when they get the ball after this shot.
I imagine New York City will press up here no matter what happens.
Yeah, regardless.
Save! Lucas Kroger.
That's a huge save. That I don't want to say that that's the dagger, but it's pretty close, Brian.
It was a great save.
An incredible save by Kroger.
Even for Kroger's standards, which are admittedly very high.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pass into Drew Donlin, defended by New York City. These referees will give a side throw here to Cal Eagles. They have pulled the goalkeeper. They are playing 6v5. No goalkeeper. Passive play is up. Juan Estigiano on the wing. He's going to try and put it in. It's wide. Jackson's looking up. He can throw it.
We said he's made that shot before in Northeast Team Handball League play.
They get it to Kambasa on the wing. Estigiano with the defense, and it's going to be Cal Eagles ball. That might be the dagger right there. Limited time left. Donlin just going in 1v1 here. Still 6'5", no goalkeeper here for Cal Eagles. And New York City advancing their defense out far. Oakenthal to Engler. Engler falls down to the ground. They might give. No, they're not going to give 2 minutes. They just want to stop the clock. Give both teams a chance to sell this on the court.
Yeah.
Matty Kumbasa very animatedly telling both his teammate and the Cal Eagles player to get up. Play continues here. Free throw again.
Madi, a very intense kid.
Very. Ref's asking for 3 meters here. Restart will come. It'll go to Engler. Engler takes it in, looks for Donlin, finds the head of a New York City player, and that's a shot and a goal from Ismail Conte. That's one. They need 4 more. There's 90 seconds left.
And Conte, not a lot of playing time in this game, coming in a defensive situation as one of the more athletic New York City team handball players.
And Engler had some space there on the wing, but Danilo will use his final timeout of this one. 1 minute, 18 seconds left. Cal Eagles trying to finish this off.
Yeah, and we said perfect handball from New York City a few minutes ago. We're beyond that at this point. They need a whole lot to go their way.
They need to manufacture turnovers, which is not an easy thing when you have a composed veteran team like Cal Eagles is.
And just a very, very experienced team. These players, this coach from Cal Eagles have seen it all, man.
Yes, they have.
And they're not going to be in any way frazzled by anything that is going on here. Although the New York City team, very athletic, can give them some problems with this 6-on-6 defense, but it might be too little too late with a 4-point deficit and just over a little under 80 seconds left.
Like, if I'm Danilo Rozovic right now, I'm telling my team, stay composed, stay wide, finish the job.
Yeah, you're a little over a minute away from your goal.
Yeah. New York City looking to extend their defense. Here it comes. DeLuey looking for a pass. It's Juanin. They are back even now. DeLuey on his way in. Free throw. They're going to bring that back. We're down to 1 minute left in regulation here. Passive play is up. Oakenthal. They're going to give the passive play. Referee's discretion here. New York City on the move.
Gotta hurry here.
Gotta hurry. Find Kumbasa on the wing. Gives it back to Togba at the back to Drame.
Gotta have a shot.
Oh, up and over past Martin Hidalgo, and that's one for Bambo Drame. Lead is 3. 32 seconds left to go. Kelly was restarted. The pressure coming up here past half court. Oakenthal directing his players. Luca Engler to Astigiano. Astigiano looking for Engler again, finding it. 15 seconds left to go. Passive play is up. Astigiano cross court. Haltek Nordquist Clausen puts it wide. But
the New York City players not showing any.
5 seconds
they're
left.
Gonna just let it go.
Yeah, that will do it. California Eagles, book your flights. You're headed to Cairo.
And a great tournament from them. I think they came in here as the favorites for sure. And other than a little bit of a hiccup against LA, they were the best team throughout the tournament, you got to say.
Yes.
And they will be representing North America in Cairo in the Club World Cup. And then, and Brian, as we always do, remember the Lewis Howes MVP, sponsored MVP award will be given out. Who do you got in this one?
I've got Lucas Kroger, and
I would also give a shout to Kurz as well.
Got it.
Nearly half of the goals coming from him.
Yes. It could be either one of those two.
I think Kroger, though, I'm with you here in the fact that I think the crucial saves he made down the stretch.
14 saves, especially a number of absolutely amazing ones in the second half, especially on Darwin Mulkey.
That last 7-meter that he got, I think we were hesitant to say it was the backbreaker at the time.
Yeah.
But it was the final nail, more or less, in the coffin for New York City, who also comported themselves very well.
He felt completely unstoppable from that save onward.
California Eagles. Your most valuable player for this game is from California Eagles, number 6, Felix Kurst.
Felix Kurst it is. Felix Kurst with 11 goals on 12 shots in this one. A lot of them coming in the first half. Really made sure that whatever Cal Eagles was trying on offense, it was working.
Yeah, it was the wings, and Kurz especially on the left wing.
Yeah,
who were the difference. I mean, that's where the offense came from the Eagles. And a good adjustment from them, because in the first game, like we mentioned, you got a lot of stuff through the middle. New York City shut that down in this game. But they're such a deep, well-rounded team. I remember talking to Drew Donlin before the tournament, and he talked about how 6 players at 6 positions, all who could score at any time.
yeah.
We have Coach Beanie Mustafa making a speech right now with no microphone. It's hard to hear. Just congratulating Cal Eagles and thanking everybody for participating in this tournament here at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. It's been a great week, Brian.
Yes, it has. Captain America and Captain Cal Eagles, Drew Donlin, coming up to accept the statue of Horus.
Interesting celebration with the trophy here as well.
Yeah, take a photo first.
Oh yeah, you got to take care of your social media, Brian. Always.
Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. And there we go. There we see the sportsmanship.
Yeah,
the end of the
these two
tournament.
teams. Yeah, the 4th time that they've played. Now 4 wins for Eagles. The only 4 losses on the resume of this New York City team throughout the season, who have had a great year. And we mentioned the youth. You'll see a lot of these guys again, I'm sure, in this type of environment, and they'll be better for it. You got to, you always got to face a little bit of adversity before you can get to the mountaintop, and it makes it that much sweeter when you get there. It's a growing process. The Eagles have already kind of gone through that process, and that's why they're taking home a trophy. New York City going through it now. So let's get a wrap up here, Brian. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts here. Be careful with him. We need him. He's the future of the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I think it's been a great tournament. I think Cal Eagles went through and did the damn thing. And by the end of it, they're the ones holding the trophy going to Cairo.
They came here with an absolute mission, and credit to all the teams. I think all the teams played really well. It was a very evenly played tournament. From our 4th place team, which was Kraken, to LA, who finished 3rd place just as they did at Nationals in Spokane.
My only regret is that we didn't get more teams from North America here. I'd love to see more teams come in from Canada, from Dominican, from Puerto Rico, from Greenland, because I've been studying Greenlandic and I can't use it.
Greenland, man.
But yeah, no, let's keep building this North America. Let's keep making this bigger, because this on the club level is maybe our greatest event as a continent.
It is the Club World Championship, the pinnacle of club competition, and 2019 New York City broke in for the first time for the continent and represented, and a lot of these guys, as we mentioned, Cal Eagles have done it as well with Cal Heat. Now they'll do it again with Cal Eagles, and yeah, we'll now something to look forward to. These teams will go back and they'll have a new season. Northeast Team Handball League, which I know you're the guy involved, will start up again in a few months. And
everyone in the Northeast, check your emails.
Please respond to his emails.
Yes.
He works very hard at them. But I think that'll do it for us here, Brian. I think it is. I also want to thank you before we leave, though. coming up from Baltimore. Brian's been having some health problems, but held up through the week.
Yeah.
Very thankful. I think the best thing for me has been I've been able to sit here with a very good friend of mine for hours a day and talk handball, and I'm very grateful that you were able to do it and help me out through all this, Brian. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. It's been good to seeing you, having more than 5 minutes at Spokane to talk to you for once. It feels good to be back on my feet in whatever capacity that is, and
we hope you're there for a very long time.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm back on my feet a lot more often next season, not just in the U.S., but maybe also in Canada.
All right.
So
that'll wrap it up. Thank you again to New Jersey Institute of Technology, to Sport Pros USA for the lovely court, which we're now going to break down.
Yeah.
For Kafana, Lewis Howes, all the great people who made this. And also I want to thank Beanie Mustafa, who was tireless in his organization of this event. That turned out to be a great event for everybody. And so for everybody who did all this, we'll see you next time, I guess.
Yes.
Congratulations to Cal Eagles, and that'll be it from the New Jersey Institute of Technology.
See you in Cairo.